Good evening once again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Trinity Baptist College as the Eagles are ready for this Saturday afternoon doubleheader in games 2 and 3 in the three-game series against the Conquistadors of Florida National University. I'm Ray Bureau, back with you at Trinity Baseball Complex. Dean Bureau on the camera once again as the Eagles, who fell 7-2 last night to the Conquistadors, are going to try to even up the series in Game 1. And if they do, then Game 2 will be the rubber match for the series. Ryan Heller on the mound for Trinity Baptist College has a record of 2-1 with a 4.05 earned run average. This will be his 8th appearance, 5th start. Heller has pitched 26 2/3 innings, allowing 24 hits, 16 runs, 12 of them earned. Heller has walked 19 and struck out 24. First baseman Yasiel Perez will lead things off, followed by shortstop Edgar Perez, third baseman Jeremy De La Cruz Chan. Batting fourth, the cleanup hitter, the designated hitter, Carlos Cartaya. Batting fifth, playing left, Francisco Perez de Leon. Batting sixth at second base will be Jan Carlos Rodriguez. Batting seventh and doing the catching will be Rafael Ferrara. Batting eighth in right field, Simon Dalmau, and batting ninth, playing center field, is Sergio Rivas. The defense for the TBC Eagles, Dylan Owens is in left, Parker Laffery in center, EJ Alvarez in right. Noah Harder is playing third base, Mark Rogers at short, Elvin Granado second, and Will Van Sickle, yesterday's starter, who threw the ball pretty well, he's at first base. Ryan Ongst behind the plate, the battery mate of Ryan Eller. Florida National won 7-2 last night. Ramses Gonzalez, the winning pitcher, 8+ innings, 1 unearned run, 11 hits, no walks, and 8 strikeouts. And as we said a moment ago, Will Van Sickle got the loss, but threw the ball really well. 5 scoreless innings before Florida National got to him in the 6th. A total of 6 innings pitched, 3 earned runs, 5 hits, only 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts. Ball game just about ready to begin as Heller finishes up his warm-up tosses. The first of 2 7-inning affairs here at Trinity Baseball Complex. Eagles softball was supposed to play at Thomas University this afternoon, but that's been postponed until next weekend up in Thomasville, Georgia. So it's only baseball here today. And leading things off will be the first baseman, Yasiel Perez. Ryan Heller getting ready to throw his first pitch. We told you last night all that he did last weekend against Voorhees. We highlighted the offense, and that got him the Player of the Week honors, but he also had a complete game victory as well on the mound. Yasiel Perez hitting .381 as we start the ball game. Heller's first pitch misses up and in for ball 1. So 1 ball, no strikes. Heller works completely from the stretch. And a pitch on the way right down the middle, and the count is evened up at 1-1. Heller usually works quickly. Doesn't like to take too much time. The 1-1, he got underneath that one and lifted it upstairs. So 2 balls and a strike. Here's a 2-1 and a ground ball towards short. Harder's going to let Rogers take the throw, and that gets off the bag. Van Sickle has to chase this one down. And that's going to be an infield single and a throwing error on the shortstop, Mark Rogers. And the Conquistadors get the leadoff man into scoring position. Would have been a very tough play to get Perez. We saw his speed yesterday, and he's aboard with nobody out at second base. And it brings up Edgar Perez, who comes in hitting .377. Perez has 2 home runs on the season, and he's driven in 24. So an infield hit and a throwing error, allowing Yasiel Perez to take second. Edgar Perez drops down the bunt. Yasiel had gone back to second, so he did not advance. Eagles catch a break and get the out at first on the bunt. 1-3 on the putout. Yasiel Perez went back towards second, so in effect it kind of takes away the throwing error, although Edgar Perez will not get credit for a sacrifice. That's what they were going for anyway, should Yasiel been at first. So 1 out. Heller delivers and misses outside for ball 1. Jeremy De La Cruz Chan at the plate. Batting .435, 1 homer, 7 runs driven in. First at-bat of the series. And a slow roller towards first. Van Sickle will field it and race to the bag and get the out unassisted. So at least for the moment, that base running mistake by Yasiel Perez so far has cost the Conquistadors a run, and now Ryan Heller has a chance to get out of the inning without that run scoring. Carlos Cartaya at the plate. He drove in a pair of runs last night, 1 for 3, also drew a walk. Cartaya coming into today's game at .268, 2 homers and 26 RBIs, and a chance to put his team on the board, and he fouls off the first pitch. All stats for both teams updated through last night's game. I did TBC, of course, and Paul Dodson, the terrific sports information director of the Conquistadors and Florida National University, he's updated the stats already, so we're able to bring you up-to-date numbers for both teams. Thank you, Paul Dodson, also for great communication throughout the week as we got ready for today's doubleheader and last night's game, as that pitch bounces in the dirt. And the count is even up at a ball and a strike. Head coach of Florida National University is Mr. Alfredo Carrillo in his 4th season. He's been the only coach for FNU baseball, as has John Copeland of the TBC Eagles in his 7th season. And that high chopper, Rogers will field, set, throw to first. It is just in time. Very close play at first. Rogers had to wait for the ball to come down, and he got off a bullet throw and beat the runner by less than half a step. Well, the leadoff single, the throwing error did not hurt, and we go to the bottom of the first. No score, and here's a batting order that the TBC Eagles will send up here in Game 1. The leadoff hitter is second baseman Elvin Granado. Batting second, playing center field, Parker Laffery. Mark Rogers, who just made that great throw across the diamond, will bat third. He's the shortstop. Cleanup hitter is first baseman Will Van Sickle. Batting fifth will be third baseman Noah Harder. Batting sixth in right, E.J. Alvarez. Batting seventh, pitcher / designated hitter Ryan Heller. Ryan Onks, the catcher, will bat eighth, and Dylan Owens gets the start. He had a pinch hitting appearance last night. He's going to be the 9th batter, and he's playing left field. And the Eagles will face Brandon Torres, who is making his 8th appearance overall, first start of the season. Torres is 1-4 on the season with an 8.16 ERA. 32 innings pitched. He's allowed 45 hits, 33 runs, 29 of them earned. Torres has walked 12 and struck out 17. So Brandon Torres, doubleheader opener. He gets the starting nod. He is a junior from Miami, so doing the pitching for his hometown team. He's a product of Cooper City High School in the Miami area. Elvin Granado will lead things off for the TBC Eagles. Batting .333 on the season. Had a nice night last night. 3 for 4 with a run scored. That run put the Eagles up 1-0. Florida National got 2 in the 6th. There's a ground ball into right field, and Granado on the first pitch finds the open hole on the ground, and the Eagles get the leadoff man aboard. Last night, Trinity Baptist had to deal with a terrific right fielder in Ezekiel Valdez Florentino. He was unavailable at least for Game 1 this afternoon. Coach Carrillo had to scratch 3 starters from last night's game. Hopefully everybody's all right. But Granado took advantage. Florentino came up ready to throw to first. He made 1 throw and nearly got a runner on a base hit into right. Laffrey fouls off the first pitch. Parker Laffrey also had 3 hits in last night's ball game, 3 for 5, and drove in a run. That came in the 9th inning. Laffrey now batting .284, no homers, 7 runs driven in. Granado 0 for 1 in stolen base attempts, in case that's what you're wondering, and this one misses low, and the count is even at a ball and a strike. Hopefully our technical problems that we had last night are worked out. So far, so good. That's why it's good to have some backup plans, and we do. Hopefully we won't need to use them today. Count of a ball and a strike. Torres from the stretch, and Laffrey pulls this one foul, and the count is 1-2. Parker Laffrey, a sophomore from Winter Springs, Florida. Again, had himself a good night at the plate. Eagles got 11 hits. Gonzalez was able to make the pitches when he needed to most. That one is in the dirt, and it counts even at 2-2. And he got some good defensive help. Now, Florida National did commit 4 errors in that game, but they also made some fantastic plays, especially in the outfield. I told you about Florentino. He ran down ball after ball out there and right. 2-2, runner not going. There's a ground ball that should be 2. Flipped to second for 1. Relay throw is off the mark. Laffrey might have had it beaten anyway. He's going to hold up at first base. And Ferrara applies a tag just in case Laffrey had made a turn towards second. Well, that'll be a fielder's choice. 6-4 on the putout. Laffrey aboard. 1 out. Here's a shortstop, Mark Rogers. He's hitting .329, 1 homer, and 16 runs driven in. Last night, Rogers hitless in 5 trips to the plate. Hit the ball sharply a couple of times, only to have it caught. A line out to right, and a fly ball well hit to center. Sometimes that happens. You hit the ball well, but it gets caught. Laffrey at first. The ball gets away. Laffrey's going to bluff. He started to take off. Yasiel Perez, though, got on top of the ball quickly, and Laffrey made his teammates laugh in the dugout. I just couldn't resist that one. Laffrey's 1 for 1 in stolen base attempts. A lot of room down the right field line for Rogers. And on the ground to the right side as well. And this first pitch misses low. So 1 ball, no strikes. Will Van Sickle, the cleanup hitter on deck, came very close to putting one over the fence last night, but it was caught. Florentine right up against the fence near that .320 mark. Here's a 1-0, and this one bounces, and it's 2 balls, no strikes. The wind is blowing out towards right once again. A little bit stiffer than it was last night. We got as much as about 12 miles per hour last night. Temperatures around 60 degrees as we get started here this afternoon. The pitch on the way, a line drive into right. That's a base hit. Laffrey will check the coach's signs and hold up at third. Eagles have gotten the first 3 men on base. 1 has been erased, however. Good solid line drive off the bat of Mark Rogers. 59 degrees officially is what the forecast that I normally use says. Wind is blowing at about 14 miles per hour. We're projected to be in the mid-60s by mid-afternoon. Will Van Sickle now with an RBI opportunity. He's driven in 12. He's batting .310, and he takes the first pitch low for ball 1. Last night, Van Sickle 1 for 5. Chance to drive in the game's first run. Left-hand hitter has a lot of room to the pull side. 1 ball, no strikes. Torres checks the runners and delivers a line drive. That's headed toward the gap. Laffrey with good speed will round third. He will score. Rogers on his way to third, and the Eagles lead 1-0, and the throw back towards third, but Rogers holds up. First ball swinging, and Will Van Sickle drives in the run. The Eagles don't do a lot of stolen base attempts, but they do have speed, especially at the top of the order. Laffrey comes all the way in. Rogers goes first to third, and Noah Harder steps in with his team leading 1-0. One out, Van Sickle at first. Harder batting .362. He has driven in 12. Last night, nothing out of 4. Swing and a miss. He took a rip. Came up empty, and that's strike 1. Eagles have really been swinging the bats. They hit the ball pretty well last night, but Gonzalez just would not allow, and got help from the defense, that big hit in the clutch. High fly ball, pretty well hit towards left. That's going to hang up, however, and be caught. Rogers tags. He will score, and the Eagles lead 2-0. Sacrifice fly to left. Francisco Perez de Leon makes the catch. There are 2 outs, and the Eagles get a 2-run lead. And as I was writing that down, there was an appeal to third, and Mark Rogers was called out for leaving the base too soon, so take that run off the board. And that goes now as an F7-5 double play. And that retires a side. I was writing things down, so did not quite see it myself. Tough break for the Eagles. Instead of a 2-0 lead with 2 outs and a runner at the plate and a runner at first, a hitter at the plate, it is 1-0 as we go to the top of the second. So no RBI for Harder. And Ryan Heller, though, will take the mound with a 1-run lead. He will face Francisco Perez de Leon, Giancarlos Rodriguez, and Rafael Ferrara, scheduled hitters for the Conquistadors. A little unusual ending to the bottom of the first. Looked like Trinity Baptist was going to have a 2-run lead with E.J. Alvarez coming up. Alvarez will lead off the bottom of the second. That'll teach me to write things down too early. Amber Bird, our official scorekeeper. Good luck with that one, Amber. So the fly ball to left is caught, and then the appeal, so it's a 7-5 double play is how we score that one. 1-0, Trinity Baptist leads. Blue Jays and the Yankees have a 1 o'clock ball game. That's going to start in about 45 minutes, 1:05 if you want to really get technical. Baltimore beat the Red Sox last night. They're going to do it again at Fenway at 1:10 this afternoon. Cleveland at Detroit. All 30 Major League teams are in action this afternoon. Well, the Nationals are hoping they get to play their game. 1-0 Eagles. Heller's first pitch is a fastball that misses upstairs to Francisco Perez de Leon. De Leon did not have an at-bat last night. I'll give you his numbers in just a moment. The 1-0, and this one misses low. Hitting .268, a homer, and 9 runs driven in. And he takes ball 3 outside. Three balls, no strikes. Heller delivers, and this one in the dirt, a 4-pitch walk to start the top of the second. Well, Heller allowed a base hit and a throwing error, put the leadoff man at second. There was a base running mistake that kept the Conquistadors off the board. Now a runner at first, nobody out for second baseman Giancarlos Rodriguez. He was 1 for 4, the runs scored and a run driven in last night. First pitch, he shows bunt, pulls it back and takes a strike. Rodriguez hitting .340. No homers, 7 runs driven in after last night's performance, and he takes this one high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Harder charging in from third. Bunt shown. Ball pulled back and gets away, and a runner will scamper into second. So once again, the Conquistadors get the leadoff man into scoring position. That's going to be a pass ball charged to the catcher. Rodriguez now a chance to drive in the run. Heller ready with the pitch and misses upstairs. 3 balls and a strike. Perez De Leon led off with a walk. Went to second on a pass ball. And a 3-1. Just misses. A couple of walks to start the inning. Well, one good thing to come out of that. Double play is now in order. Rafael Ferrara at the plate for Florida National. 2 for 3 last night. Drove in a run and scored another. Now batting .360, no homers and 2 runs driven in. First and second, nobody out. Infielders in, and this first pitch fouled off and out of play. Van Sickle in front of the bag at first. Harder starting off close to even with the bag at third. Middle infielders at double play depth. They'll trade at third base for a chance to turn 2. Josh Wharton holding the runner at second. Heller delivers. Bunt shown but pulled back in time, and it's 1-1. Well, each team has had a base running miscue costing a run. Here's the 1-1. Bunt shown again, and this one is fouled off, and we'll see if Ferrara, with 2 strikes, squares around again. One ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch on the way, and it misses up and in. After last night's game, Florida National now 11-20. Eagles 6-15 on the season. Check of the runners, now the 2-2. Ground ball towards short. Rogers is going to field it but not have a play, and that's an infield single for Ferrara. Well, he kept the run from scoring. However, there are bases loaded now with nobody out. 2 walks and an infield single. Ryan Heller now in a jam. Up the middle, the Eagles defense will trade a run for a chance to turn 2. Harder and Van Sickle in front of the bags at the corners and well off the lines. Simon Dalmau at the plate, didn't play in last night's game, and he takes the first pitch up for ball 1. Dalmau hitting .143 in limited opportunity, 3 for 21. He has driven in a pair. One ball, no strikes, and this one in the dirt, and that's ball 2, and Heller might have tried to rush that one. Sergio Rivas on deck. 2-0 is in there for strike 1. Down now playing right field in place of Florentino. Again, we hope Ezekiel is all right and the other 2 starters who weren't available for the opener today. Swing and a miss, and he tried to drive that one into the woods behind the fence. 2 balls, 2 strikes. This would be a big out for Heller to get if he can get strike 3 without the runners advancing. Here's the 2-2, and this one in the dirt. Ryan Ongst jumps in front of it like he should, makes the ball hit his chest protector and stay in front of him. But the count is full, so Heller needs to get this one in the zone. 3-2 on the way, and ball 4 brings home a run, the third walk of the inning for Ryan Heller. Credit Dalmau with an RBI. And we are tied at 1. Sergio Rivas, the center fielder. Bases loaded, nobody out, and Coach Broden heading out to the mound. And we'll pause here and be right back in just a minute. Rivas 0 for 3 last night, but he did score a run for the Conquistadors and now has a chance to drive in 1 or 2. Bases loaded, nobody out. Heller has walked 3 in the inning and misses upstairs for ball 1. Rivas also scored a run for Florida National, batting 120 overall. Here's the 1-0, and this one a good take by Rivas after some walks in the inning. And it's 1-1. Again, the Eagles up the middle will try to turn 2. Corner infielders will look to get the force at the plate. Nobody out, and the pitch. There's a ground ball towards Harder. Only play will be to first, and almost threw that one away. And Will Van Sickle, using his 6'3" frame, able to corral it, put on the tag, but credit Rivas with a run batted in. 1 out, everybody advances. Perez de Leon scores. It's 2-1. Actually, that was Giancarlos Rodriguez. Perez de Leon had already scored the first run. Dalmau at second. Ferrara at third. Yasiel Perez at the plate, 1 for 1. Now all 4 infielders in on the grass. 1 out, first pitch, misses up and in. Heller's had a little trouble finding the zone here in the second. Here's the 1-0. That's a ground ball headed into the outfield, a base hit. That will score 2. Throw to the plate will be cut off by the pitcher. 2-run single for Yasiel Perez, and it is 4-1 Conquistadors. Ferrara and Dalmau both score. So the first 4 batters have reached and have all come around. 1 out. Yasiel Perez at first. Edgar Perez at the plate. Bunted his last time up and was thrown out at first. Heller's first pitch, good swing and a foul back. Well, 3 of those 4 runs got a free pass to get on base. No balls and a strike. And the pitch. And strike 2 right at the knees. Well, Heller ahead 0-2. And pitch on the way. Ground ball foul down the left side. Count remains no balls, 2 strikes. Edgar Perez, left-hand hitter, digs in. Heller delivers, and this one's in the dirt, gets away from Onks, and that's a wild pitch that allows Perez to take second base. So runner in scoring position now with one out. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Heller delivers, swing and a miss. Good fastball with movement, gets the strikeout. That's his first. Brings up Jeremy De La Cruz Chan, grounded to the first baseman his first time up. Yasiel Perez at second, time called. Batter steps out. And now ready. Heller delivers and gets a strike at the top of the zone. No balls and a strike. And this one in the dirt, blocked by Angst. No balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs. Runner at second. 4 runs are in. There's a slow roller towards second. Wharton will field it on the hop and get the out at first, but a very good inning for Florida National. 4 runs, 2 hits, 3 walks, and 1 man left. Bottom of the second coming up. It's 4-1 Florida National. Bottom of the second, 4-1 Conquistadors. E.J. Alvarez, Ryan Heller, and Ryan Angst are the scheduled hitters. Trinity got 3 hits, all hit pretty well in the first inning. Even their outs were hit hard, and that double play that ended thanks to the appeal play at third looming large as Alvarez steps up to the plate. He was 1 for 4 in last night's ball game, and Alvarez is now hitting .263, 1 homer, 9 runs driven in. He's also drawn 11 walks, so he's gotten on base quite a bit for Trinity Baptist. First ball well out of the zone. Torres, 1 inning pitched, 1 run, it was earned, 3 hits. A ball and no strikes, and this one misses out of the zone. 2-0 on the way. And this one a little inside, and Alvarez in the driver's seat at 3-0. Wearing a count on his back, 3-0, and the pitch taking all the way, and it's in there for a strike. Dalmau and right, giving Alvarez all kinds of room down the line. 3-0, he goes that way, but this one is going to slice foul. Good piece of hitting, trying to get that ball down the line, but a little late, and the slice took it into the blue fence. So after missing with the first three, Torres has come back to work the count full. Payoff pitch. Strike three called. Alvarez knew it, and that's out number one. So Ryan Heller at the plate, bases empty, one out. Coach Carrillo wants to have a chat with his pitcher. Torres did a good job coming back from down 3 balls, no strikes. Got a strike called, a foul ball, and a strike 3 called. And not sure what the conference is about. Coach Carrillo talking with his pitcher, Brandon Torres. Torres, 5'9", 190-pound junior from Miami. Home plate umpire now coming on out, trying to get this game back underway. Nobody throwing in the Florida National bullpen. Everybody returns to his position. Texas Rangers are in Kansas City. Pittsburgh at Wrigley Field. Both those games will start just after 2 o'clock. Phillies host the Braves later this afternoon. Ryan Heller, 1 out, bases empty. Takes the first pitch for strike 1. Heller last night 2 for 4. On the season, batting .361, 2 homers and 22 runs driven in. Torres delivers, and there's a high fly ball towards center, but that should be an easy play. Hit fairly deep, but playing deep was Sergio Rivas, and he was able to make the catch with ease. Ryan Augst at the plate, 2 outs, bases empty. Hitting an even .300 with 9 runs driven in. 0 for 2 in last night's ball game. Heller hit the ball pretty well, got under it just a touch, and again, Rivas, playing him deep, was able to camp right under that. There's another one lifted towards shallow center field. Rivas giving chase, but he will not get there, and that's a 2-out single for Ryan Augst. Dylan Owens up to the plate. Had a pinch hitting appearance last night, 0 for 1. Hitting .269 on the season with 5 runs driven in. Now a courtesy runner for the catcher. Coach Copeland will send Kristen Nieves out to run for Ryan Augst. Both NAIA and NCCAA do allow for the courtesy runner for the catcher. And an off-speed pitch catches the inside corner. Owens nods his head yes in agreement. No balls and a strike. Of course, the Conquistadors also members of the USCAA. There's a ground ball right back to the box, snared by Torres, and an easy throw to first to retire the side. A 2-out single, but nothing else, and after 2, it's Florida National 4, Trinity Baptist 1. Top of the order due up in the third for the Conquistadors, or check that, hitters 4, 5, and 6. Top of the third. The batters are Cartaya, Perez de Leon, and Rodriguez. 4-1 Conquistadors. Ryan Heller had some trouble finding the zone in the second inning. He walked 3, and they all came around to score in the 4-run inning. So 2 innings pitched, 4 runs. And he's going to face Cartaya to start things off. And Carlos Cartaya ended the first inning with a ground ball to short. Actually, a high chopper that Rogers just did make a strong throw to get the runner. That ended the first inning. Florida National wore those really bright yellow jerseys last night. Now wearing the dark greens. Good look. Heller from the stretch, first pitch, good fastball, but a little bit low. So 1 ball, no strikes. And Heller delivers, swing and a miss. That ball had a little bit of dip to it. Cartaya over the top. Ryan Heller, a junior from Sarasota, Florida. Has a count of 1-1 and delivers and misses downstairs. So 2 balls and a strike. Outfield pretty much straight away. Here's a 2-1. And that one catches the inside corner. Good pitch. Cartaya, I'm not sure if he disagreed with the call or was a little frustrated at himself for not hacking at that one. That was a nice pitch. 2-2, and this one fouled off. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. Beautiful Saturday afternoon. And the pitch on the way, a line drive into left. Giving chase is Dylan Owens, and he makes the catch on the slide. Gets some props from his pitcher. A terrific play out there in left field. 1 away. That ball had a little top spin and was headed down to the grass. Owens, good speed and a good flash of leather out there in left field. So 1 out, bases empty for De Leon. He led off the second, walking and scoring. And Heller's looking much sharper here in the third. Might be that going to bat instead of, sitting on the bench and reliving that inning in his mind might have helped him clear his head. Now the 0-1, and he gets a check swing, and they're going to say he went around. So no balls, 2 strikes. And Heller looking much sharper here in the third. Ahead 0-2 and the pitch. Strike 3 call right down the middle. Well, the Eagles will have the top of the order due up when they come up in the bottom of the third. Remember, this is a 7-inning ball game as we're playing 2 this afternoon. That's the rules for all levels of college baseball. Giancarlo Rodriguez also walked and scored in the second. And a high fastball up and in for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Heller working quickly with the bases empty and misses upstairs. Got a sliding catch in left for the first out, a called strike 3 for out number 2. And Heller looking to work a 1-2-3 third, and the pitch is in there for a strike. 2 balls and a strike. On the way, and check that, 2-1 on the way, catches the outside corner, and it's 2-2. clouds we have just allowed the sun to come out once again. And the payoff pitch, line drive into right field. That's a base hit. Alvarez looked like he wanted to come up firing, but a base hit with 2 outs for Giancarlos Rodriguez. Brings up Rafael Ferrara, who had an infield single and scored a run in the second. Houston at Oakland later this afternoon. Cincinnati hosts St. Louis. Rays and Marlins, 6:10 p.m. start time. That's in Miami. Nice lead off first. And pitch on the way, swung on and missed. And that's Giancarlos Rodriguez. Just got the base hit. Throw over to first, and they got him, and that ends the inning. Ryan Heller picks off Rodriguez. I was just about to say that Rodriguez has stolen 2 bases without being caught, but that's a pickoff by Heller. That erases the 2-out single. Ferrara will lead off in the 4th. 1 hit, nobody left thanks to the pickoff, and we go to the bottom of the 3rd, 4-1 Conquistadors. Elvin Granado, Parker Laffery, and Mark Rogers are the scheduled hitters. That's the top third of the batting order as the Eagles come to bat in the 3rd, trailing 4-1. That combination plus Will Van Sickle led to the Eagles' run in the 1st. They got 3 hits. Had an unusual double play in that inning, however. Brandon Torres, 2 innings pitched, 3 hits, 1 run it's earned, and 1 strikeout. The night games in the majors are Minnesota at Milwaukee at 7:10, Dodgers at Colorado at 8:10, D-backs in San Diego, White Sox at the Angels, San Francisco at Seattle, and the Mets in the Nationals game is postponed once again. So the Mets and Nationals haven't been able to start their season just yet. Let's hope they get to very, very soon. Elvin Granado led off the game, hitting the first pitch into right for a base hit. Torres ready, and this one in the dirt. First of 2 here this afternoon. We'll stop the feed at the conclusion of Game 1 and start up a new one right as Game 2 gets underway. Here's the 1-0. And this one is outside. Game 2 usually begins about half an hour after Game 1 ends. So look for the live now indicator somewhere around 3 o'clock. Here's a 2-0. And Granado taking. Good take after 2 balls that were well out of the zone. And it's 2-1. Once again, a lot of room down the right field line. Dalmau has played there the whole game so far. And the 2-1 on the way. Good fastball for strike 2. Granado singled into right in the first. Torres delivers a 2-2. A chopper headed up the middle into center field, and once again, Granado has himself a leadoff base hit. Parker Lafferty at the plate, rolled into a fielder's choice and ended up scoring the run. His hustle forced a rush throw on a double play possibility. Had the throw beaten anyway, and he came around to score on the base hit from Will Van Sickle. So Granado at first. And this one is popped up, headed towards foul territory and off the fence. So no balls and a strike. Lafferty trying to plug that gap down the right field line. He also has room on the ground. Giancarlos Rodriguez, a second baseman, playing up the middle in case of a stolen base attempt. The 0-1, runners on the move. Lafferty trying to hit and run, and he fouled this one off. Good idea by Coach Copeland with all that room on the right side, and Lafferty will go the other way. He's down now, no balls, 2 strikes. Mark Rogers on deck. See if Granado takes off again with the count of 0-2. Gets an extra half step on the lead. Bluffs, not going. Snap throw to first. Perez, though, well in front of the bag. And he made sure that ball didn't get into right field. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lafferty now just trying to protect, put the ball in play. Another half step lead by Granado and a throw over to first. And he's back in plenty of time. Perez had to reach up for that one. So a couple of throws, one from the catcher, one from the pitcher. And Perez doing a good job getting the glove on the ball. Granado not fazed by the move to first. And 1-2 on the way. A line drive, base hit into center. Granado will stop right there at second, and the Eagles have 2 on with nobody out. Mark Rogers, a chance to drive in a run. He's 1 for 1, line to single into right in the first. That set up the base hit by Van Sickle, who is on deck. Rogers has 16 RBIs on the season, and he also gets a whole lot of room on the ground to the opposite field. First pitch, bunting, pops this one up. Nobody covering first, so they would have had a double play, and a throw to second. Granado back. Missed opportunity to advance the runners, and there's 1 out. Well, I said nobody covering first. Well, nobody at fault there. Rodriguez was hustling over, and Perez made a good throw to second. Granado got back just in time. Van Sickle drove in the run with a base hit, and he takes the first pitch for strike 1. So he's 1 for 1. Drove in his 13th run of the season in the first inning. Balls and a strike, 1 out, 2 men on, and a pitch on the way. Ground ball, could be 2 to flip to second for 1, throw to first. In time, a very close play, and that ends the inning. The throw bounced, but Perez dug it out for 6-3 double play, and that ends the inning. 2 hits started the inning, but nothing else for the Eagles, and after 3, it's 4-1 Florida National. Close play at first, but an inning-ending double play. 4-1 Conquistadors as they come to bat to start the top of the fourth. It'll be Rafael Ferrara, Simon Dalmau, and Sergio Rivas. Ryan Heller, 3 innings pitched. Had some trouble in the second, rebounded with a terrific third inning. He's allowed 4 runs on 4 hits. He has walked 3 rather, and struck out 1. Rafael Ferrara, infield single and a run scored in the second. That ball bounces for ball 1. 3 times in that inning, in the bottom of the third, Perez kept balls from getting by. 2 in the dirt and 1 almost thrown away by the pitcher on a pickoff attempt. Heller gets a swinging strike, and it's 1-1. Credit Yasiel Perez keeping the Eagles off the board. Heller ready. Here's the 1-1. And this one low for ball 2. Been a fairly quick-paced ball game in the 4th inning. Less than an hour of time has gone by. 2 balls and a strike. Rafael Ferrara leading off the top of the 4th. That one outside, and it's 3-1. Check swing, went too far. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Heller ready, and the pitch. Strike 3 called, and that's out number 1. A little bit late on the call, but there's 1 away. So 1 out, bases empty. Simon Dalmau at the plate. He had a bases-loaded walk for a run batted in and came around to score in that 4-run second inning. First pitch misses low. One ball, no strikes. And this one is inside for ball 2. Heller ready. 2 balls, no strikes, and a pitch. And Dalmau taking that one on the inside corner, and it's 2-1. It looked like he had no intention of swinging at that one. So the 2-1 is in the dirt. Heller came back from 3-1 one batter ago and got the strikeout. It's 3-1 now, and time called. Three balls and a strike. Heller delivers. Strike 2 called. That's the best pitch rather that he has thrown so far. Now the count is full. Trying to come back from 3-1 down on a second consecutive hitter, and this one is fouled off. A good pitch, but Dalmau got a piece of it to stay alive. Three balls, 2 strikes. High pop up and over the backstop. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, bases empty. Florida National batting in the top of the fourth, leading 4-1. Heller delivers, and another foul ball, and a good battle going on between Heller and Dalmau. So another 3-2 coming from Ryan Heller. Strike three called, and two batters in a row. Heller has come back from behind 3-1 and gotten a called strike three. That's his third strikeout of the afternoon. It brings up Sergio Rivas, 0 for 1, but his ground ball in the second brought home the second run. So 0 for 1, but an RBI. Pitch on the way, swung on and missed on a sinker. That RBI for Rivas is third of the season. Heller delivers the 0-1 and a good fastball right by the hitter for strike two. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bases empty. Heller from the stretch and fouled off. If it were me, I'd reach back and give him my best fastball right now. He's been behind all 3 pitches. And the 0-2, high pop-up on the infield. Rogers at short, waiting for it a long time to come down, and that retires a side. A high sky, that ball could easily get lost in the sun, but Rogers camped under it, made the catch. 2 strikeouts and a pop-up. We go to the bottom of the fourth. Eagles trailing 4-1. Bottom of the fourth, 4-1 Florida National leads. Noah Harder, E.J. Alvarez, and Ryan Heller are the scheduled hitters. 5, 6, and 7 in the batting order. Eagles have 6 hits, but just like last night, they've had their chances, but have not so far been able to get the big hit to drive in the runners. Harder will lead things off. He's the gentleman who hit into that unusual 7-5 double play to end the first inning. Would have had himself an RBI sac fly, but a runner left too soon. The appeal was successful for the Conquistadors, and that ended the inning. Harder leading off, and this one is outside for ball 1. So instead of a sac fly, that goes as a fly to left, and against the credit of Harder. 1 ball, no strikes, and this one is down in the dirt. Torres has not walked anyone. He's allowed just the 1 earned run, and he has struck out 1. And like we saw Heller do 1/2 inning ago, when Torres has gotten behind in the count, he has found the strike zone and forced the Eagles to put the ball into play, and the defense has done a nice job. Here's the 2-0. Or 3-0 rather, and that one misses for ball 4. And again, I missed another count. That's the first walk by Brandon Torres, and it comes obviously right after I say he hasn't walked anybody. E.J. Alvarez was called out on strikes to open the second. This is the third time in 4 innings the Eagles have had the leadoff man aboard, and strike one to E.J. Alvarez. He's hitting .263 coming into today's play, a homer and 9 RBIs, and he has a lot of room on the right side. He tries to bunt this one and fouls it off, and he's down, no balls, 2 strikes. Harder has not attempted a stolen base this season. He runs pretty well. As we said last night, Eagles don't do a whole lot of stolen base attempts. Here's the 0-2, and this one misses outside. We saw Rafael Ferrara last night block pitch after pitch after pitch, and so far this afternoon he's done the same thing. So he and Yasiel Perez at first have kept the Eagles from taking extra bases. Perez did that 3 times last inning. This one is fouled off and out of play into the Florida National bullpen. Alvarez getting some encouragement from his Eagle teammates in the dugout. A whole lot of room in the infield and the outfield to the opposite field. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Line drive into left. That's a base hit. Looked for a moment like Perez de Leon was going to be able to come up and make the catch, but he let the ball drop, and just like last inning, the Eagles have the first 2 men aboard. Torres got out of that inning without a run scoring. He got a pop up to first and a 4-6-3 double play. Ryan Heller's at the plate, hit the ball well to center his first time up, but it was caught. Sergio Rivas, again playing deep, respecting the power of Ryan Heller. All 3 outfielders a little bit further deep than they have been for most of the Eagles hitters. First pitch by Torres. Heller drops down the bunt. Throw to first is in time, but Ryan Heller surprises the defense and advances both runners into scoring position. Sacrifice bunt goes 1-4. 1 out. Ryan Ongst at the plate with a chance to drive in 2. Heller surprised me. I was looking for him to try to drive the ball, but he dropped down the bunt, did his job. Harder now at third, Alvarez at second. Ryan Ongst again with a chance to drive in a pair. And this one misses up and away. Now with the left-handed hitter batting, right fielder Simon Dalmau shades a little bit over toward the line, but still giving a lot of room. 1 ball, no strikes, and the pitch. Ongst takes this one in the dirt for ball 2, and the Eagles in the dugout getting a little pumped up. They're smelling a chance to get a couple of runs. Dylan Owens on deck, then the top of the order. 2 balls, no strikes, and a pitch. Torres throws a changeup. Ongst wanted no part of that one. He wanted a fastball, and it's 2-1. Two-one on the way, and this one is fouled off. Ongst kind of lunged at that one, and the count is now 2-2. Torres has come back after falling down. 2 balls, no strikes to get a couple of strikes to even the count. 2-2 on the way, and a foul ball. Just got a piece of it. Middle infielders are going to concede the run and try to get the out at first. And now Perez backs up behind the bag as well. So Ongst just looking to make contact and bring home at least one of these 2. Torres ready. Here's a 2-2. And this one misses outside. Good eye by Ongst. Last thing he wants to do is go down on strikes and strand 2 runners. Only one out. Here is the pitch. And he might have chased ball 4, but it was close. And you can't take too many chances. That ball right at the top of the zone. From this vantage point, looked like it could have been called either way. So Onks fouls it off, and here's a 3-2. Ball 4 just misses the outside corner. I had to wait for the umpire's call on that one. It was very close. Onks draws the walk. The bases are loaded with one out. Potential tying runs all aboard, and Kristen Nieves will once again be the courtesy runner for the catcher. Owens grounded back to the pitcher his first time up. That ended the second inning. Time called. Assistant coach Simon Walters out to the mound to talk to his pitcher and his defense. Well, a double play got the Conquistadors out of the third after the Eagles got the first 2 men aboard. Right now, bases are loaded, one out. A walk to Noah Harder led off the inning. E.J. Alvarez singled into left. Ryan Heller dropped down a sac bunt, advanced the runners to second and third. And Ryan Onks just took ball 4. That loaded up the bases. Dylan Owens now looking to drive in a couple of runs. His job is to get the ball somehow into the outfield and get at least 1 run home. Owens will be looking for something he can drive into the outfield. The first pitch was up, but a good fastball by Torres by the hitter for strike 1. Elvin Granado on deck. He has 5 hits already in the series. Here's the 0-1 to Owens. Held up in time as that one broke out of the zone. Middle infielders will trade a run for a chance to get the inning-ending double play. Corner infielders in, they'll come home on the force out. 1-1, 1 out, and the pitch. Misses outside for ball 2. Owens ahead in the count. 2 balls and a strike. Torres from the windup delivers and misses outside for ball 3, and now Owens can pick one out to his liking. Once again, Dalmau and Wright giving the right-handed hitters a lot of room down the line. Here's a 3-1 to Owens. Ball 4 will force in a run. Great at-bat by Dylan Owens. Credit him with an RBI. 4-2, Conquistadors lead. Harder scores. Alvarez to third. Onks to second. That's the third walk of the inning, and Elvin Granado is 2 for 2. He had 3 hits last night. So overall in the series, he is now 5 out of 6, and that's going to be it for Brandon Torres. This is a second trip to the mound, so the Conquistadors will go to the bullpen. We'll tell you about the new pitcher in just a minute here on TBC Eagles. The new pitcher is Daniel Iglesias, and he's inheriting the bases loaded with only 1 out. He's a right-hander, redshirt sophomore from the hometown of Hialeah, Florida. Iglesias comes into this tough situation with a record of no wins, 2 losses. He's making his 12th appearance. 3 of those starts, a hard-throwing right-hander. He has pitched 26 1/3 innings, 27 hits, 22 runs, 16 of them earned. He has walked 20 and fanned 29. Noah Harder is at third, E.J. Alvarez at second. Dylan Owens just walked in the run. Angst at second, rather. Harder scored. All 3 men still belong to Brandon Torres, who so far has allowed 2 earned runs, 3 1/3 innings pitched. All 3 of his walks have come in this 4th inning. He has struck out 1. Granado has made great contact the entire series so far. 5 out of 6, including 2 for 2 in Game 1 of Saturday's doubleheader, which is going on right now. Harder walked to start the inning. Alvarez singled. Heller sacrifice bunt. Ryan Angst a walk, and Dylan Owens an RBI bases loaded walk. So Elvin Granado, who likes to hit early in the count, has a chance now to tie the score if he can drive in 2. Rodriguez playing up the middle, so a whole lot of room to the right side. Granado takes the first pitch. Good fastball for strike 1. Daniel Iglesias, a big man, and he can throw the ball. 5'10", but 205 pounds of solid muscle. 1 out, here's the 0-1. This one in the dirt, gets away. Alvarez will trot home, and we don't see this often from Ferrara, but that ball got away, and that is a wild pitch, allowing the Eagles to pull to within 1. Ryan Angst advances to third, Owens to second. Now a base hit could put the Eagles ahead. That run charged to Brandon Torres. 1 ball, 1 strike. All 4 infielders in, try to keep the Eagles from getting that tying run. Here's the 1-1, and it's upstairs for ball 2. And after Torres, a soft tosser, Iglesias throwing smoke, but he's down 2 balls and a strike. Again, a base hit could put the Eagles ahead. Here's the 2-1. Good swing and a foul off, and it's 2-2. Florida National will have the top of the order due up in the 5th. Perez, that's Yasiel and Edgar, and Jeremy De La Cruz Chan. Right now, Granado trying to at least tie the score. 2 runs are in. It's 4-3. Florida National leads. We're in the bottom of the 4th. 1 out. Runners at second and third. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch is fouled off. Good battle by Granado and Iglesias. Two balls, 2 strikes. Iglesias has not thrown an off-speed pitch yet. Here's a 2-2. There's a ground ball. Check of the runner, throw to first in time, and a nice play by the third baseman, Jeremy De La Cruz Chan. He looked the runner back, froze him, and made sure that Angst, or Nieves rather, the courtesy runner, did not score and got the out. Parker Laffrey at the plate. He's 1 for 2 with the runs scored. Granado hit that ball pretty sharply, but unfortunately right at the third baseman. Two outs. Chance now for Iglesias to get out of the inning without another run scoring. First pitch to Laffrey, swung on and missed, and that's the first off-speed pitch thrown by Iglesias. That fooled the hitter. So no balls and a strike, and of course with 2 outs, the defense can play back, try to knock it down, and get the out at first to end the inning. The 0-1 misses up and in and almost got Lafferty on the helmet. So 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 outs. Potential tying run at third, go-ahead run at second. Iglesias from the stretch and the pitch in the dirt and blocked by the catcher. Ferrara hasn't let many of those get by. He did earlier in the inning, and that allowed the Eagles to get their second run and third overall. Count of 2 balls and a strike. Lafferty fouls this one off to the right side. So it's 2-2. If Lafferty can keep this alive, Mark Rogers will bat with runners on base. Bottom of the 4th, 4-3, Conquistadors lead. A long look in by Iglesias, shakes off a couple of signs, gets one he likes. Here's a 2-2. Strike 3 call. Looked like Rogers might have disagreed, but that ends the inning. 2 runs in. Eagles leave 2, but they pull to within 1 after 4. It's Florida National 4, TBC 3. Yasiel Perez, Edgar Perez, and Jeremy De La Cruz Chan are the scheduled hitters in the top of the 5th. 4-3 Conquistadors. Florida National got all 4 runs in the 2nd. Trinity Baptist 1 in the 1st, 2 in the 4th. That's your scoring summary. Perez is 2 for 2. He had a 2-run single in that 2nd inning. Heller delivers the first pitch upstairs for ball 1. Ryan Heller, 4 innings pitched, 4 runs, all earned, 4 hits, 3 walks, and 3 strikeouts. 1 ball, no strikes, and this one in there for strike 1. Daniel Iglesias came in with 1 out, bases loaded, 1 run scored, but not charged to him, and he was able to get out of the inning. Heller takes a little bit off it, gets strike 2. Bernardo hit the ball pretty hard, but right at the third baseman. It was a nice play, looked the runner back, and got the out at first. Then it called strike 3, got Florida National out of the inning. Swing and a miss, ball in the dirt, and Ongst will complete the play to first. That's a strikeout, 2-3 on the putout, and there's 1 away. Edgar Perez is nothing out of 2. A bunt ground ball back to the pitcher and a strikeout. First pitch from Heller misses outside. Blue Jays at the Yankees, scoreless. Just one inning has gone by, but neither team scored. Heller delivers a 1-0. Ground ball hit sharply towards second. Wharton will field, throw to first in time for out number 2. Jeremy De La Cruz Chan is 0 for 2. Ground ball to first and another one to second. Eagles will have the heart of the batting order due up in the 5th. Rogers, Van Sickle, and Harder. Heller's first pitch. And a ground ball towards short. Rogers scoops, throws in time in a 1-2-3 inning for Heller and the Eagles in the top of the 5th. After 4.5, it's Florida National 4, Trinity Baptist 3. Three, 4, and 5 due up for the TBC Eagles. Mark Rogers, Will Van Sickle, Noah Harder. Trinity got 2 1 inning ago and pulled to within a run at 4-3. Daniel Iglesias will start his first inning from scratch. 2/3 of an inning so far. He came in with the bases loaded and 1 out. 1 run scored, and then he was able to get 2 outs. And now he's going to start fresh here in the bottom of the 5th. So here is Mark Rogers, 1 for 2, a base hit, and a bunt attempt that was popped up. So Rogers leading off in the 5th, representing the potential tying run, trying to get on base to start off. Iglesias with his first pitch, misses just above the zone. One ball, no strikes. And this one misses high, and it's 2-0, and Rogers ahead in the count. Rogers came in hitting .329. He's 1 for 2 so far. And the pitch. And that one called a strike right at the top of the zone. Two balls and a strike. Iglesias now able to wind up, and the pitch. This one is fouled off. Two balls, 2 strikes. Long look, and now the pitch. There's a slow roller right back to the box, and Iglesias fields and flips and gets the out at first. Will Van Sickle at the plate. He's 1 for 2, an RBI single in the first, and rolled into a 4-6-3 double play. Beautiful Saturday afternoon, 61 degrees. The wind has been blowing out towards right at about 14 miles per hour. Haven't really had anything that would be affected by the wind happen in the game. Pitch on the way. Van Sickle checks his swing but takes strike one. Now, if he were to hit one like he did last night, with the wind a little stronger than last night, it should go. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. That ball right by the hitter. No balls, 2 strikes. And Sickle flinched but held up and takes ball 1. .320 down each line, 360 in the alley, 400 in center, major league size field. Here's a 1-2 and a changeup. Had the hitter fooled, and that's out number 2. Second strikeout for Daniel Iglesias, and as hard as he throws, that one's just not fair. But it's out number 2. Noah Harder at the plate. Harder led off the 4th with a walk and scored a run. First of the 2 that the Eagles got 1 inning ago. Swing and a miss at a good lively fastball. No balls and a strike. This one fouled off, and it's 0-2. Iglesias has been ahead of each hitter in the inning. Well, he fell behind Rogers, but came back. And Rogers bounced right back to the box. No balls, 2 strikes on Harder. 0 for 1, a fly ball to left in the first. Balls, 2 strikes. Iglesias delivers and misses outside. Count of 2-1. 1-2 rather, and that is swing and miss and a strike 3. So 2 strikeouts in the inning and a 1-2-3 bottom of the 5th. We go to the 6th with Florida National leading 4-3. Top of the 6th, Ryan Heller still out there on the mound. 5 innings, 4 runs, all earned. He has allowed 4 hits, walked 3. All of those came in the 4-run second inning. He has struck out 5. And except for that second inning, he has allowed no more than 1 base runner at any other point. He will face Carlos Cartaya Francisco Perez de Leon and Giancarlos Rodriguez in the 6th. First ball pulled foul into the dugout. Cartaya 0 for 2, ground ball to short, and a line drive to left that Dylan Owens caught on a slide. The 0-1 misses well up and out of the zone. Yankees batting in the bottom of the 2nd. No score, hosting the Toronto Blue Jays. Here's the 1-1, and this one misses, and that one got away from Heller. Scoreless at Fenway between the Orioles and the Red Sox, also in the bottom of the 2nd. Detroit got 2 in the 1st to lead Cleveland 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Heller delivers, and another pulled foul down the left side. Eagles will have 6, 7, and 8 due up in the bottom half of the 6th. Wind has almost died down completely. Here's a 2-1. Took something off but missed inside. Three balls, one strike. Ball 4 puts a leadoff man aboard in the top of the 6th. Walk number 4 issued by Ryan Heller. Brings up left fielder Francisco Perez de Leon. He walked and scored in the 2nd and was called out on strikes in the 3rd. Heller's first pitch misses low for ball 1. Cartaya with a nice lead off first. Big secondary and a bouncer towards third. Harder will go to second for 1. Granado's throw to first. Got him! Very close play. 5-4-3 DP, and there are 2 away. Very close play at first. And with 2 outs, Giancarlos Rodriguez at the plate. So the leadoff walk is erased. Harder had to wait for that ball to come down, and he made a good throw, and Granado a bullet to first just in time. Base is empty, 2 outs. And that one's in there for a strike. No balls, 1 strike. Heller takes a long look in. The 0-1 in the dirt. Nobody throwing in the Florida National bullpen, so it looks like Iglesias will come back out to the mound. Here's a 1-1. Ground ball headed up the middle and into center field, off the glove of a diving Mark Rogers. That's a 2-out single. So Rodriguez aboard. Here's the catcher, Rafael Ferrara. He is 1 for 2. Single and a run scored in the 2nd. That one not hit all that hard, but perfectly placed. Rogers got a glove on it. He didn't have a play at first anyway. Giancarlos Rodriguez leading off first. Heller from the stretch, runners on the move. Throw down to second. It's a good throw, and it's in time to cut down the runner. Ryan Ongst Throws out the runner trying to steal. That's the first time that Giancarlos Rodriguez has been caught stealing this season. He's been successful twice, and that ends the inning. A leadoff walk, a 2-out single, but the double play and the caught stealing retires the side. Eagles come to bat in the bottom of the 6th, trailing 4-3. Ryan Ongst, a freshman catcher from right here in Jacksonville, cuts down the runner to end the top of the 6th. He is scheduled to bat third in the bottom half, following E.J. Alvarez and Ryan Heller. 6, 7, and 8 due up for Trinity Baptist. 4-3 Florida National. The Conquistadors got all 4 runs in the 2nd. TBC got 1 in the 1st, 2 in the 4th. Daniel Iglesias, 1 2/3 innings. He struck out 2 men in the 5th in a 1-2-3 frame. E.J. Alvarez is the first scheduled hitter. Nobody's come out of the dugout just yet. Leadoff walk, then a 5-4-3 double play, a base hit, and then a caught stealing. That was the top of the 6th. Alvarez now trots up to the plate, representing the potential tying run. He singled and scored in the 2-run bottom of the 4th. This will be his first look at Daniel Iglesias. The hard-throwing right-hander. Also has a pretty nice off-speed pitch as well. So Alvarez trying to get on base any way he can. Bottom of the 6th, Eagles trail 4-3. Line drive, well hit toward the gap. That's going to be on the ground and get by. No, I thought it got by. But that was snared. The ball was actually behind Rivas, who reached back, and I thought that one got past him, and that's a leadoff single for E.J. Alvarez. First ball swinging, potential tying run aboard. Alvarez will be called back now for a pinch runner. Kristen Nieves, who was the courtesy runner for Ryan Ongst, now officially in the game as a pinch runner for E.J. Alvarez. So the potential tying run aboard in good speed. Kristen Nieves. Hasn't tried a stolen base attempt this season, but he can run very well. Modest lead off first. Ryan Heller at the plate, asks for time, and is granted. Heller has flied deep to center and laid down a sac bunt, so 0-for-1. A lot of room in the outfield, especially to the right side of center field from the hitter's vantage point. First pitch, Heller squares around and fouls off. No balls and a strike. Heller has driven in 22. Has a runner at first. No balls and a strike. Nobody out. De La Cruz Chan very close, the third baseman. See him on the screen. Heller squares around again and pulls back in time to take ball one. Count even at 1-1. Tristan Nieves at first, representing the potential tying run. Bottom of the sixth. 7, 8, 9 due up for the Conquistadors in their half of the seventh. Iglesias delivers. Heller drops down the bunt. It's a good one. Got a chance to beat it out, to throw just in time. But he does advance the runner into scoring position. That's a second sacrifice bunt of the game for Ryan Heller. And his hustle made that a very close play at first. Nearly got the bunt single. Ryan Ongst at the plate has been on base twice. 1 for 1, a base hit and a walk, and a chance to tie up the ball game. Nieves at second. Pinch runner for E.J. Alvarez, who opened the inning with a base hit. First pitch fastball outside. One ball, no strikes, one out. Runner at second. Base hit could tie the ball game. Iglesias takes a long look back at the runner, now delivers. Good swing, but a foul ball. Ryan Ongst trying to drive in the tying run, followed by Dylan Owens, then the top of the order, Elvin Granado. One ball, one strike. Looper, that's going to be down for a hit. The throw to first gets away. Nieves thought the ball might be caught. He had to go back to second, but he's going to advance. Both runners now in scoring position, and the Eagles have the tying run just 90 feet away. That is an infield single for Ryan Ongst. Edgar Perez would have been better off just sticking that one in his pocket. The overthrow, that'll be charged as an error to the shortstop, allowing Nieves to take third and Ongst to scamper into second, and we'll have a courtesy runner for the catcher at second base as Dylan Owens steps up with a golden opportunity to at least tie the game. Courtesy runner for the catcher at second base. Nick Zito takes over as the courtesy runner. First pitch is in there for strike one. Now Nieves had been the courtesy runner, but he is pinch running for E.J. Alvarez. He's at third. Zito at second. Dylan Owens at the plate, no balls and a strike. All four infielders trying to keep the tying run from scoring. Iglesias delivers, and a good fastball for strike two. No balls, two strikes. Owens looking to get one into the outfield. There's a chopper. That's in the score of the run. It's in the center field. The tying run scores. Here comes Zito. Throw to the plate. Not in time. Runner on his way to second. He's safe, and the Eagles lead 5-4. With a count of no balls, two strikes, Dylan Owens singles home both runs, and the Eagles take the lead. Eagles are pumped up in the dugout. The tying and a go-ahead runs score. Elvin Granado steps up to the plate. Second hit of the inning. Make that third as Owens comes through. Elvin Granado now trying to give the Eagles an insurance run. He is 2 for 3, and he's had a very good series thus far. Owens can run. He's at second. A line drive headed toward the gap. That ball's going to be on the ground. Owens will round third. He will score. Granado has pulled up with an RBI double, and the Eagles lead 6-4. So Dylan Owens scores a third run of the inning. Eagles lead by 2. 7, 8, and 9 due up for Florida National in the top of the 7th. Ferrara, Dalmau, and Rivas. Eagles have come back from a 4-1 deficit to take the lead. 2 in the 4th, 3 in the 6th, still batting with 1 out. Elvin Granado at second, Laffrey at the plate, and he takes a good off-speed pitch for strike 1. Three singles and a sac bunt, then a double have led to the 3 runs. No balls and a strike, and the pitch in the dirt and blocked. Granado gets a good secondary, but walks back to second base. Now we'll see if Ryan Heller comes out to the mound to pitch the 7th inning. He's had 1 rough inning, but 5 very good ones. The 1-1 to Laffrey. Misses outside for ball 2. Of course, the Eagles want to tack on some more insurance. Try to put this one away. The way Florida National can score runs, though. Don't let up now. Here's the 2-1. Ball 3 is downstairs. Three balls and a strike. Laffrey digs in. A lot of room on the right side. Iglesias takes a long look and delivers, and this one is squibbed foul. So the count is full. Mark Rogers waits on deck. Three balls, 2 strikes. Elvin Granado at second. The big blow of the inning. Dylan Owens 2-run single just a couple of moments ago. That gave TBC a 5-4 lead. Then Granado made it 6-4. 3-2 on the way, a ground ball. It's going to advance the runner. A charge and a throw to first in time. 2 outs. Edgar Perez made a good play. Got the out at first. Mark Rogers at the plate. A base hit would extend the lead. It's 6-4 Eagles. Big insurance run, 90 feet away. Iglesias from the stretch with the runner at third and misses outside. One ball, no strikes. Iglesias checks the runner again, working from the stretch with the runner at third, and fires a fastball. That one's so fast I barely saw it. It's strike 1. If Rogers can keep the inning alive, Will Van Sickle will bat next. Here's the 1-1 in the dirt. Kept right underneath Ferrara. He didn't see where the ball went, but he knocked it down and kept the ball from going to the backstop. Iglesias did his job as well. He charged to cover the home plate. 3 runs are in. 2 RBI single from Dylan Owens. Run scoring double from Elvin Granado. 2 balls and a strike to Rogers. And Iglesias calls time, steps off the mound, and now everybody's ready. He takes a long look for the sign from the stretch. Here's a 2-1, and this one's fouled off, and the count is even. Yankees got a run in the bottom of the second, leading Toronto 1-0. Red Sox and Orioles, no score after 2.5. Right here, it's 6-4, Trinity Baptist leads. Iglesias delivers a 2-2. Ball gets away in the dirt. Granada will score, and the Eagles lead 7-4. That'll be a wild pitch charge to Daniel Iglesias, his second. It's a 4-run bottom of the 6th. Bases are empty with 2 outs and a count of 3 balls, 2 strikes on Mark Rogers. So Iglesias now able to wind up, and the pitch, ball 4, and the Eagles get another base runner. So Will Van Sickle up there with 2 outs and a runner at first. He's 1 for 3, an RBI single in the first. He's driven in 13 on the season up to date. Iglesias works quickly, and another wild pitch will allow Rogers to get into scoring position. He takes a big turn around second. That's a 3rd wild pitch charged to Daniel Iglesias. Van Sickle now has a chance to drive in the run. 7-4 Eagles lead. They trailed 4-1 and have scored the last 6. Pitch on the way. There's a chopper headed towards right, but knocked down and grabbed by Giancarlos Rodriguez, and that ends the inning. However, for the Eagles, 4 runs on 4 hits and 1 man left. We go to the 7th. 7-4 Eagles lead. Eagles got 4 big runs in the bottom of the 6th to take a 3-run lead at 7-4, and Noah Harder has a chance to pick up the save and give Ryan Heller a win. Some other defensive changes as well. Josh Wharton in for Christian Nieves, who pinch ran for E.J. Alvarez. Wharton playing second base and in the number 6 hole in the batting order. Of course, Noah Harder can shut the door. We won't worry about the batting order for the Eagles in the bottom of the 7th. Ryan Heller went from the mound to left field. Dylan Owens from left to right. Infield shifted over. Rogers went from short. He's now at third, and Elvin Granado is playing short. Coach Copeland going over the lineup changes with the home plate umpire. Rafael Ferrara is scheduled to lead off the top of the 6th. He does have a bat waiting for his hacks at home plate. Barring any changes, it'll be Simon Dalmau and Sergio Rivas, but Coach Carrera's out there possibly giving some lineup changes of his own, and we'll see what happens after Ferrara takes his at-bat. 4 runs on 4 hits in the bottom of the 6th has given Trinity Baptist a 7-4 lead. Ryan Heller stands to be the winner should the score hold up. He went 6 innings, 4 runs all earned, 4 hits. He walked 4 and struck out 5. Harder as a pitcher. No wins, 3 losses, but 2 saves. He struggled starting the season, but has really thrown the ball well in his last few opportunities. Here's a first pitch fastball that misses upstairs. This will be his 9th appearance, 8th in relief, 9 1/3 innings. And the 1-0 misses high for ball 2. Getting underneath those first couple of pitches. Want to get this leadoff hitter right here. Here's a 2-0 in the dirt. 3 balls, no strikes. Noah may be rushing just a little bit. Takes his time now with the 3-0. And a 4-pitch walk to start the inning. Not what we were hoping to see, but there's a runner at first with nobody out. And we're going to have a pinch hitter for Dalmau. Daniel Rodriguez has grabbed a bat, and he'll be the pinch hitter. So Rodriguez at the plate. Has a runner at first, nobody out. He was a starter last night's ball game, nothing out of 4. And his updated totals, 308 on the season, 3 homers and 18 runs driven in. Harder gets encouragement from his teammates on the infield. A 4-pitch walk to Ferrara and a courtesy runner over at first base. Runner for the catcher. If I'm seeing that right, it is Yazir Braffhart. Harder's first pitch hits the batter. Now the potential tying run is at the plate. So a walk and a hit batsman put the first 2 men aboard. And it brings up another pinch hitter for Sergio Rivas. This will be Manuel Blanco. Coach Copeland heading out to the mound. We're going to see if he's going to stick with Harder or go to the bullpen. Blanco's hitting .446. That will be all for Noah Harder. We'll be back in just a minute. The new pitcher is Ben Van Sickle, making his 7th appearance overall, 4th time in relief. He inherits runners at first and second and nobody out. Harder had a tough time, a walk and a hit batsman. Ben Van Sickle will face the potential tying run. Manuel Blanco has been called on as the pinch hitter. He was 0 for 4 in last night's ball game, hitting .446 on the season. 3 homers and 19 runs driven in. Rafael Ferrara, the catcher, drew the walk to start the inning. Courtesy runner Yazir Braffhart is now standing at second base. That's him heading back out to the bag. Daniel Rodriguez pinch hit for Simon Dalmau and was hit by a pitch, so he's at first. Manuel Blanco at the plate, getting some instruction from his third base coach, Simon Walters, as he heads back to the coach's box. Nobody out, 2 men on. Eagles lead 7-4. Ben Van Sickle now in relief of Noah Harder. First pitch from Van Sickle misses outside. No other changes for the Eagles. 1 ball, no strikes. See if he can get a ground ball and the defense can turn 2. Here's the 1-0. Strike 1 called. Blanco thought it was outside, but the count is even at 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. Change up, misses low and away. Two balls and a strike. Ball 3 misses outside. Van Sickle checks the runners, now delivers a 3-1. And a high drive, well hit towards center. That's going to get over Laffrey's head and score 2. 1 run is in. Here's another man around third. The throw to the plate will not be made. He falls down. He got a chance to get the out at third, and the tag is late. Rodriguez was trying to score the run, and he lost his footing, so 1 run is in. Braffart scores from second. Rodriguez just got back to third. That's a double and a run batted in for Manuel Blanco. It's 7-5 with 2 men in scoring position. Yasiel Perez at the plate. A base hit could tie the game. A walk, a hit batsman, and a double. And Sickle delivers. And that one hits the batter in the leg, and the bases are loaded. One out, bases loaded. Time called. Coach Broden heads out to the mound. Edgar Perez waiting to take his hacks, and we'll be right back. Rodriguez at third, Blanco at second, Yasiel Perez at first. Nobody out, Edgar Perez at the plate. A base hit could tie the game. And we have ourselves our pinch runner at first base. Taking over for Yasiel Perez will be Ezekiel Valdez Florentino. Well, the game is at the plate right now. Edgar Perez looking to potentially tie the game. And the first pitch, good pitch right at the knees for strike 1. Granado and Wharton playing back, looking to turn 2. Rogers and Van Sickle, the corner infielders, looks like they'll come home. Here's the pitch. And a ground ball to second. Could be 2 to flip to first. In time, double play. A run is in, but there are now 2 outs. That's exactly the way they drew it up. They get the double play, but the tying run is now at third. Well, Rodriguez scores, no RBI credited. Blanco at third. Florentino was erased on a 6-4-3 double play. Van Sickle trying to finish this one off, and the first pitch hits the batter. That is a third hit batsman of the inning, but it does put a force out at second now. And it looks like Cortado coming to the plate. And a pinch runner at first base will be Yazir Braffhart. So Braffhart at first. Blanco at third. Carlos Cartaya at the plate. He is 0 for 2 plus a walk. Two runs are in. The potential tying run is at third. Ryan Onks will have to do everything he can to make sure a pitch doesn't get by. Van Sickle's first pitch misses outside. One ball, no strikes. Runner goes. Van Sickle's pitch, called a strike. That'll be a defensive indifference, putting Braffhart at second. He wanted to try to draw a throw and see if they could steal a run. So tying run at third, go-ahead run at second. One ball, one strike, 2 outs. Van Sickle just needs to get the batter. Pitch on the way, and this one is fouled off, and Ben Van Sickle 1 strike away from shutting the door. The 2 runs in are charged to Noah Harder, but right now, Ben Van Sickle trying to stop it right here. 1 ball, 2 strikes, first base is open. And the 1-2, Squibber towards short. Rogers or Granado throw to first in time, and the Eagles hold on for the win. That was close, but Granado got off the throw. And Trinity Baptist has won the first game of the doubleheader by a score of 7-6. A 4-run bottom half of the 6th. Florida National came back with 2 in the 7th. Elvin Granado, the player of the game, 3 for 4. Dylan Owens, the game-winning hit and RBI in the bottom of the 6th, a 2-run single. Ryan Heller, the winner, 6 innings pitched, 4 runs all earned, 4 hits. He walked 4 and struck out 4, and Daniel Iglesias takes the loss for the Conquistadors. Well, we'll stop the feed right here. Join us in about half an hour for game number 2 between the Trinity Baptist College Eagles and the Florida National University Conquistadors. I'm Ray Bureau. We'll be right back in about